Good morning. I am Charlotte Mather-Taylor, CEO of the Area Agency on Aging of Broward County. Welcome to the 39th annual Dr. Nan S. Hutchison Broward Senior Hall of Fame. We are thrilled that you're here to join us today as we celebrate an inspirational group of Broward seniors who are making a profound impact on the community. What I'd like to do as I'm going off script, I have Senator Eleanor Sobel, who's absolutely awesome. I had the honor of working with her for many years in previous jobs as well. She is here to honor Elaine Schwartz, who I also had the honor of working with for many years. So we're going to take them up now because Eleanor has a plane to catch, and it had to be moved earlier. So thank you for your flexibility, and thank you, Senator Sobel, for being with us today and for all the things you've done over the years. I know you're a former Hall of Fame honoree as well, so I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you. Could you tell me if you can hear me? Thank you, Charlotte, for your flexibility. Charlotte is absolutely terrific. Charlotte worked, as I know Charlotte, she worked for the hospitals, handicap, and now for seniors. She works for great causes. Let's give a round of applause to Charlotte. And I guess flexibility is the key word today. And Charlotte is definitely being flexible. So I'm here to introduce my good friend, Elaine Schwartz. And by the way, congratulations to all the other recipients. They're really outstanding. They have great bios. So give yourselves a round of applause. So my longtime friend Elaine Schwartz has a tremendous bio as well. She has been helping the elderly and their families for the longest time. As a state representative, Elaine advanced legislation for early detection of Alzheimer's disease, sponsored bills to improve Florida's guardianship programs, and as the Miami Herald identified her strong support for expanding the nursing home diversion program, resulting in the opening of thousands of new slots for the disabled elderly to stay in their homes or assisted living facilities while on Medicaid. One of Elaine's proudest accomplishments was holding 2 Medicaid reform workshops in Broward before a packed audience, convincing Charlie Crist to hold off on implementing Governor Jeb Bush's Medicaid plan to privatize with little accountability and oversight for seniors. Along with myself, who was a senator at the time, Elaine and I received the Florida Bar's Elder Law Section Member of the Year for our efforts to obtain Medicaid benefits for nursing homes and long-term care against the opposing position by the Bush administration. Other awards that Elaine has received is Champion of the Middle Class, that's for sure. In Elaine's Hollywood elder law practice, Elaine successfully guided her clients and their families during disastrous illnesses to obtain much-needed public health. A little personal about Elaine's New York background. Elaine was born in New York City, and now she's old enough to be a senior. She is a former social studies teacher and taught at her alma mater high school, Elmont High in Long Island. Oh, we got some Elmont grads. And taught her at Elmont High School in Long Island and helped to create a breakthrough curriculum for non-Western culture. Elaine and Marty have been married since 1968. Raise your hand, Marty, because nobody hears. Where is Marty? All right, Marty is here somewhere. Her husband for a long time, and they moved to Florida in 1980. Elaine went to law school, married Marty in 1968, and she went to NYU Law, and one of her teachers was the only female professor, and that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So that's why Elaine's so smart. The Schwartzes moved to Hollywood in 1980 with their 3 small children. Elaine has been active in many community groups, including the National Council of Jewish Women, and we also have a very fine representative, commissioner here, former Senator Nan Rich, who was actually the president nationwide. And Nan is still fighting for the values of the National Council of Jewish Women. Is there any other members here from NCJW? Oh, I see Lisa Ehrenberg, great, Aronson. She helped bring, along with myself, outstanding women to Hollywood, including some names you will recall: Bella Abzug, Gloria Steinem, Betty Friedan, and Pat Schroeder for Women in Power Luncheon. We also ran something called Rally Round the Candidates, where we created our own questionnaire and would ask candidates where they stood on issues. So we knew, we sent it out, and we knew who people might be. We knew people who might be interested in this questionnaire. She also served as sisterhood president at Temple Solel, and as a board member and a founding member of a neighborhood security organization. Elaine served as a commissioner on the Hollywood Housing Authority and co-founded Hollywood's weekend feeding program for the homeless. Elaine wrote the People column for the now-defunct Hollywood Sun-Tatler, and was also a Hollywood assistant attorney. In addition to being the president of the Hills Democratic Club since 1988, that's 25 years, she helped coordinate Get Out the Vote projects to elect the best candidate for office. It is my honor to celebrate and recognize Representative Elaine Schwartz, Esquire, community activist, and welcome Elaine to this as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame as a great friend to all this year.
No. Thanks, Eleanor. That was really much. You put a lot of stuff in there. And when you think of all of those things, it's almost as though I did them in 5 minutes, you know. It took 50 years to do one at a time, that's all. But Eleanor, really thanks. It's just wonderful. And Eleanor nominated me and as a wonderful friend. Eleanor got this award, by the way, 17 years ago when she turned 60, okay. I know she wanted me to say that. And Edith couldn't wait till she turned 60 because she loved Eleanor so. She couldn't wait to give her the award, right? Okay, great. So a few other things I'd like to say thank you. And one is to Charlotte. And Charlotte doesn't realize this, but when I was elected to office, she was one of the first people who I met. And she was so outstanding and organized and smart. I mean, she led me through a lot of the Medicaid stuff, which is really crazy, and you remember that. But she was always there with any questions, and the area, it's with ADRC now, is really lucky to have you, Charlotte. And thank you for your help, because I really appreciate it. I'd like to thank the... Whoops. What did I do wrong? I'd like to thank the committee for voting me in, because, it isn't just Eleanor nominated, but you got to get through the committee also. So thank you so much. And, of course, I want to thank my husband, Marty, who I think is here. He keeps leaving. I keeps going to get coffee and food. But for sticking around with all of my activities, and I drag him everywhere, and he's just very helpful and just a wonderful person. Um, I came to this luncheon in the beginning for about 15 years, and it was always exciting because the room is filled with people who care and put their energies where their mouth is, and that is just fabulous. Since I'm not in office, when I went to Tallahassee, I really couldn't come midweek to a breakfast. So now I'm not. I don't have my practice. I'm not in office, but I really can't get up at 9 o'clock. So it's terrific.
But I want to give you a pen. Okay, she'll give you
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
you.
Great. That's great. I'm just about done, but I want to, tell my other honorees that to congratulate them also, and especially a shout out to Diane Weiland and Debbie Eisinger, because we've known each other for 40 years, and they're outstanding community activists, and they're just thrilled. And they're, from the POSAC JCC, I got to give them a plug because it's a wonderful organization. It's really our family here. My friends from the Hills Democratic Club here, I've been thank you so much. I've been president of that for, I'll be finished right away. I know you got to go. All right, for 24 years. I think it's almost, it might not be a record. I think Barbara Effman is longer club president. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but it's really true to be in this room with so many people who give of themselves. It's just a beautiful way to live, and it makes life meaningful. And there's a wonderful saying that I don't get it exactly right, but we could do together what we could never do alone. And it's just a beautiful place. So thank you so much for this award.
Thank you, Elaine. Please give her a round of applause. No, you're good. You're good. And then,
Oh, you're going to give me something. What is it?
a pin.
Oh,
Is it okay to
thanks.
put in your clothes?
What?
Is it okay to put it on your jacket?
Okay.
You sure?
I didn't know I was getting that.
So now I'm going back on script. I'd like to take a moment and recognize a very special guest who is joining us this morning, someone I met new, Miss Gail Smith, who is a dear friend of Dr. Nan S. Hutchison. Dr. Hutchison was the first Area Agency on Aging CEO, and she has a wonderful activities that she was involved with many years ago in helping seniors. And I didn't really know much about her, but I've learned she did so much for the community, which is really inspiring. We're honored to have Gail with us today, and she helped remind me of Dr. Hutchison's legacy and why this event is named after her. And Dr. Hutchison is just like my predecessor, Edith Letterberg, who I also have to mention. I know many people in here loved Edith and know what she did for our community, and she made a profound difference. So again, I just wanted to thank Gail for being here and mention both Edith and Nan. I would also like to ask our past Hall of Fame honorees to either stand up or raise your hand, because you all did so much for our community, and that's why you were nominated. And so we're truly honored to have all of you here today. And so thank you for everything you did in the past and probably what you're still doing. And then next, we always want to honor our elected officials who serve every day our constituency in Broward County. And so I'd like to mention those of you who are here today because we're truly grateful for all that you do as well. So Teresa Breyer here is representing Congressman Jared Moskowitz. Lori Flink representing Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Broward County Mayor Lamar P. Fisher. Broward County Vice Mayor Senator Nan Rich. Commissioner Jeremy Katzman. Council Member Carol Hatton. Commissioner Louis Ricketts. Commissioner Tim Lonergan. Commissioner Thomas Good. Council Member Louis Reinstein. And I want to mention our retired officials as well. We had, of course, Senator Eleanor Sobel, who has gone to the airport. And Patty Good, former school board member. And Lori Rich Levinson, also former school board member. And then we have two officials, not elected, but with the sheriff's office who are dedicated servants as well. Deputy Michael Johnson and Army Major Carol Lamb. Thank you. And if I did forget someone, please let me know right now before we move on. Excuse me, Toby. Toby Foyer. Thank you, Patty Lynn. Oh, Deputy Moore, you're here. Great. Looks like we missed a few, yes. Who did I miss back there? Former Commissioner Scott Kleiman, thank you so much. Wow, okay, gosh, of course, a friend over there. Now, yes, Lisa's a friend. Lisa, welcome. Anyone else? More, oh my God. Of course, former Representative Elaine Schwartz, one of our honorees. Thank you. Okay, I think we got everyone, right? Thank you. Again, it's a day of flexibility, so thank you. So the Senior Hall of Fame, for me, is the most prestigious honor for Broward County seniors. It's only fitting that an event of this magnitude and honor should be presided over the top Broward County elected official. Please welcome to the stage Broward County Mayor Lamar P. Fisher.
Well, good morning. Wow, Gail, so good to see you today. I didn't see you back there. Thank you for that educational part. I am so honored to be the chair. As the mayor of Broward County, you have this privilege of chairing this incredible opportunity to be able to select the nominees and to be part of this program. And I can tell you that, we do a lot of events together, as the mayor, and the vice mayor can touch that. And she'll be, by the way, our future mayor next year will be Senator Nan Rich. An incredible colleague, an incredible educational for me, because she knows so much, especially she cares so much for our seniors. And so you see that every day on the board. So I officially want to welcome you, everybody, obviously to the 39th, I believe it is, Shart, 39th Annual Dr. Nan S. Hutchison Broward Senior Hall of Fame Breakfast. It is my absolute honor to participate this year as the Broward County Mayor to recognize these amazing individuals who have performed outstanding volunteer work here in wonderful Broward County. With over 40 nominations, it was truly a difficult task for us as a team to narrow down the list to only choose 10 honorees. because everyone obviously deserved it, probably even more, but it was just we had to shrink it down to 10, and so we were able to do that. So I want to thank the individuals and the community organizations that submitted those nominations to us. And with the help of the nominee committee, we were able to make the selection of the 10 honorees with who are here with us today. And thank you all those who participated in the nominee committee with me. We had some great talks and great dialogue as we picked our 10. And these nominees and these honorees demonstrated outstanding volunteerism in our community, and I'm proud of the positive contributions they have made to Broward County. And also the honorees, too, for your contributions. And we've already heard from one, obviously, what happened with that, for their volunteerism in our community, and so proud to make a positive impact in Broward County. So when members of our community volunteer, like our honorees have done, everyone indeed benefits. So I'd like to thank our staff. Charlotte, you are a rock star. Thank you so much. Of the Area Agency of Aging, Broward County, and who coordinates a special occasion every year. And I've been coming here back when I was mayor of Broward County, so it's a really special opportunity. So thanks to everyone. Congratulations to everyone. Thanks to all those elected officials out there, past and present, that have given your life and years of service. Some will be honored. Testing one, too. My beautiful Debbie over there will be honored today. But truly, you know that everyone who's serving, who have served, truly cares about their municipality or the state or Broward County. So again, I'm so honored to be here, to be able to be the chairman of this year, and so look forward to next year sitting in the audience when Senator Rich is here to celebrate the nominees as well. So God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the mic. So I do want to thank Mayor Fisher for his participation on the selection committee, and actually for leading the selection committee, for chairing this event, and also for his leadership on the Broward County Commission. I've had the honor of being in a variety of different events where I've heard Mayor Fisher speak, and he's always inspiring to me and so gracious and kind to everyone. And I just truly appreciate your leadership in Broward County, so thank you very much. It's in the program book, but I do want to mention our committee members by name. Tim Curtin, Patricia Jones, Commissioner Jeremy Katzman, Terry Lieberman, Vivian Peresci, and Tashika Smith. Thank you to all of you, because I know it really was difficult to select. Now, most of the people in the room here do know our Area Agency on Aging and our services, but I just want to spend a moment just to talk about us in case some of you are new and don't know who we are. So we serve Broward senior residents age 60 and older. We've been here since 1974. We're actually the oldest area agency on aging in the state of Florida. We offer a variety of different services, and we're blessed to have 28 wonderful providers who are part of our network, and many of them are in the room here today. So thank you to all of you for the amazing services you provide as part of our network. If a senior or family member's in need, we're here for you. You can contact us for home delivered, congregate meals, emergency meals, for SNAP assistance, caregiver training and support, adult daycare and senior center care, minor home repair and legal assistance, health and wellness classes, Alzheimer's and dementia specialized services, in-home services, Medicare counseling through our SHINE program, senior-focused technology, and much, much more. I encourage you, please, if you know someone who needs our services or you yourself need them, please call us. You can always call me personally. You know me now. You can go online at our website, because we are here to help and we want to help. So one of the things I've said to many people, I've worked with children before, disabilities at the hospital district. I had no idea how many seniors in our community were this vulnerable until I came to this agency. So all of our team is on mission to help. We have a whole group of our team members back there, just wave, who helped with the event and are there every day. And we appreciate everything that you guys do. And in addition to those services I mentioned, we also serve seniors and qualifying individuals with disabilities 18 and above through our Elder Helpline and provide Medicaid long-term care screening and benefit counseling. So just a brief overview, I wanted to share that with you. And I also want to thank our generous sponsors who are our partners, and we couldn't do what we do, we couldn't have this event without our generous sponsors. So we're very grateful to all of you for your philanthropic support. You should have been seeing their names going up on the screens, and they're also in the program book, because we want to make sure that you all know who they are. Thank you to all of you. And I'm just going to recognize our Platinum and Gold sponsors, because again, everyone else you can see on the screen, so if you all would just wave when I call you. So Platinum sponsors, American National Bank, Centennial Bank, the Center for Workforce Inclusion is not here. That's a board that I'm the vice chair of that helps with employment for seniors and particularly focuses on seniors who are a minority as well. Memorial Healthcare System and Padrino's Cuban Restaurant. And our gold sponsors, City of North Lauderdale, David Posnick, JCC, the Denny Rose Foundation, back there, Sterling Group Foods, where are they? Right there. And Stilovsky, Romanek, and Say. Thank you again for acknowledging all of them and for all of you for sponsoring this event. Now, I would like to bring up Teresa Breyer, who's the district director for Congressman Jared Moskowitz, and she's going to read the congressional record. And the good news for you is I am going to hand you the microphone as you walk up.
I will take it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Thank you. I'm honored to be here on behalf of Congressman Jared Moskowitz. He sends regards from Washington, D.C. this morning. Wanted me to extend a thank you, a special thank you to Charlotte, of course, and her entire team and all you do each and every day for our seniors. So we can't thank you enough, truly. Thank you. The Congressman sent along a congressional record for me to present today to all of the awardees, and I'll go ahead and read it. It says, Congressional Record, Proceedings and Debates of the 118th Congress, First Session, through the House of Representatives, recognizing the honorees for the Broward Senior Hall of Fame by the Honorable Jared E. Moskowitz of Florida in the House of Representatives. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to recognize Dr. Denise St. Patrick Bell, Debbie Eisinger, Auriello Fernandez, Janet Groman, Renee Herman, Diane Lade, Edith Lamb, Elaine Schwartz, Diane Weiland, Marlene Morag Williams, who are being honored by the Broward Senior Hall of Fame administered by the Area Agency on Aging of Broward County. The Area Agency on Aging of Broward County is a nonprofit organization serving Broward County senior residents age 60 or older, and is part of a state network which contains a total of 11 area agencies on aging in Florida, which each have their own planning and service areas. The Broward Senior Hall of Fame comprises seniors 60 years of age and older who have performed outstanding volunteer work in Broward County for 5 or more years. They are nominated by residents and selected by a special committee. These elders are honored at a Senior Hall of Fame breakfast taking place on May 25th, 2023 during Older Americans Month, and their names are placed on the Senior Hall of Fame plaque, which hangs in the Broward County Government Center. Mr. Speaker, I ask that you join me in recognizing these honorees for their outstanding service to the people of Broward County in Florida's 23rd Congressional District. Signed, Jared Moskowitz, Member of Congress. Thank you. Have a wonderful breakfast, everyone, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Teresa. I now have Lori Flink. She's not in the program, so this is part of our flexibility. She is with Congressman Wasserman Schultz, and she also has some wonderful honoring that she would like to, she has some honoring she would like to mention for the honorees. She did a congressional record as well as a letter to the honorees. So yes, I can talk, so here we go. Here you go.
Thank you so much for the very quick opportunity. So following Teresa, who Congressman Moskowitz had read into the record, congressional record statement, the Congresswoman was able to provide, and I won't read them all in the spirit of brevity, a certificate of special congressional recognition individually for each of today's honorees. And I can read you what one of them says. So it does say, on behalf of the constituents of Florida's 25th Congressional District, I take great pride in recognizing you for being inducted into the Broward Senior Hall of Fame. I am grateful for your leadership and commitment to bettering our community. Your efforts are deserving of the respect, admiration, and commendation of the United States Congress. I look forward to hearing more about your continued service to our community, and again, offer my sincere congratulations. So there are individual letters, and they are printed House seal certificates for each of you. So congratulations, thank you all for your tremendous work.
Thank you, Lori. So now we are going to move forward, and we're going to follow the program and introduce all of our honorees. So, Shelley Greenberg, would you please come to the podium? Shelley is also a past honoree and a member of our advisory council. And I had the honor of working with Shelley for, 20 years at Broward Health. So she's super awesome. So here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful to be here today. It brings back many memories. And I want to congratulate all of the inductees into the Senior Hall of Fame, and thank you for everything that you've done for the community. Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay.
Congratulations, fellow
Can-
nominee.
Edith?
I feel so blessed to be recognized
Okay.
into the Broward County Senior Hall of Fame. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Where's Mr. Mayor? Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And your committee. Thank you, Deputy Moore and Deputy Johnson, for the guidance and support you have given and provided over the years. It has been a privilege to work with you all, and we're still at it. Thank you.
So, Edith, I'm going to have Shelley just share with the group a little bit about why you're so awesome and all the things you've done. So, Shelley?
Okay. Edith Lamb has been serving the Broward community for more than 70 years.
I just made my 98th birthday. I was 98 on Tuesday.
Let's all stand up for Edith, okay?
Oh, wow. My two deputies, my support, Harry Moore and Mike Johnson at the table.
Okay. Okay. Edith grew up in a household where service to the community was essential. She started her career as a medical lab technician after graduating from the University of Pennsylvania. As a young mother, Edith was a Girl Scout leader, retrained as a certified nurse, and continued the respect for the uniform as a special police officer for the state of Massachusetts. After moving to Florida, Edith took on volunteer work for animal welfare and volunteered in the emergency room at Northridge Hospital. In 1999, she made a career move as a member of the Pompano Beach COPS, Citizen Observer Patrol Program, a volunteer division of Broward County Sheriff's Office. It is the largest program of its kind in the United States, where she continues her service as Colonel Edith Lamb today.
Imagine being honored and doing something you love to do for nothing. By the way, it was for nothing. All these years. So, I loved every bit of it, and I wouldn't give it up. Right?
That was good. That was good.
As Colonel, she serves under the direction of the Neighborhood Support Team Community Liaison Deputy, Aaron Moore, and is responsible for a team of 50 cops. Edith is currently serving her 24th year as a cop. Her late husband, Harold, also served as a cop with rank of sergeant. With over 35,000 hours of volunteer duty with the cops, Edith is recognized by many in the community of Pompano Beach for her participation in multiple parades, health fairs, the Seafood Festival, bike-a-thons, Springs Fling, Back to School Fun Day, and many more. It is our honor to celebrate Edith Lamb today and welcome Edith as an inductee into the 2023 Senior Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Aaron, would you like to pin this on Edith since you nominated her? This is your Senior Hall of Fame official pin. Thank you, Shelley. Got it? You want me to do it?
I'm sorry.
You're good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to ask Patricia West to come up. Patricia is also a member of our advisory council and past Hall of Fame honoree. Thank you, Patricia. Another amazing woman. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. It is indeed a pleasure to be here with two of my bestest friends, Charlotte and Denise. Dr. Denise St. Patrick Bell is an influential leader with over 30 years of experience. Dr. St. Patrick Bell is dedicated to advancing individuals' growth and wholeness. She is the president of Genesis Associates International, also known as GuyCon LLC, a consultancy specializing in organizational development. Dr. St. Patrick Bell has received several honors, including the Sun Sentinel Legacy Magazine Influential and Prominent Black Women in Business and Leadership Award, Seroptimus International Woman of Distinction, Broward Community College Professor of the Year. She was a White House intern and National Colleague Fellow, Claremont College Humanities Fellow, and most notably, President Barack Obama's 2016 Lifetime Award Achievement. Dr. St. Patrick Bell volunteers in partnership with local and national nonprofits to teach entrepreneurship and professional development to served populations. Internationally, she has worked with the United Nations In-Straw movement and the Trickle Up Foundation to promote micro-enterprise development for women in the Dominican Republic. Locally, she's worked with and supported and secured local funding for the following organizations: the Minority Development and Empowerment Incorporation, MODCO, Friends of Children, Broward College, Mount Olive Baptist Church Youth Ministry, the Denny Rose Foundation, the Fountain of Pembroke Pines on-stage program for inner city middle school students, Save Our Boys, the Pompano Beach Haitian Cultural Celebration, and the Old Dillard Foundation. Dr. St. Patrick Bell has developed hundreds of programs and curricula throughout the Tri-County area. She's raised the funding stream for several small businesses, faith-based and nonprofit organizations. But most dear to her heart are the 6 young women who she has mentored for over 18 years. They call her Mom. Momter. It is indeed an honor to celebrate Dr. Denise St. Patrick Bell and welcome Dr. St. Patrick Bell as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Good morning. This is indeed a great, great honor. And I want to thank Mayor Fisher and the selection committee and the agency for this honor. I also want to thank my shero, this is my shero, Patricia West, for nominating me. And I want to thank my friends and board members who came out this morning, got up early this morning to come out and celebrate with me. So they said I could say a few things, and as a motivational speaker, I know that I need to write things down so I don't talk very long. So no offense to anybody in the audience, but you know, preachers, politicians, and motivational speakers, we don't know how to speak very quickly. So I'm going to read what I wrote. Being recognized for one's efforts is always appreciated. But the work we do as humanitarians is not for accolades or personal gain, but to uplift those who are marginalized, oppressed, and in dire need. This award reinforces my commitment to continue striving for a more just and equitable world. While the recognition is an honor, it is also a responsibility, because it propels me to continue my efforts to amplify the voices of the unheard, advocate for the vulnerable, and address the root causes of suffering and injustice. We, in this world right now, are witnessing an active resurgence of racial, ethnic, religious, and gender hate. Yet intuitively, we know that each act of kindness, each act of support, and each act of love is a much more powerful force than hate. Everyone, everywhere, is an integral part of the tapestry that is designed to elevate both the human condition and our collective consciousness. It is through each of us cultivating love, empathy, and understanding that we can overcome hate and work towards a more compassionate and inclusive world. But what is even worse than hate is indifference and silence. So I'm challenging myself, and I challenge all of us, that if we have a voice, we need to speak, and we need to speak loudly. Be visible champions of right, and let us continue to be the beacons of hope in this world that sorely needs us. My prayer, no matter what is going on anywhere else, is that we in this world, in our little part of the world in Broward County, I pray that God will strengthen us, that He will empower us, and he would propel us to do the right thing so that justice and equity will be for all of us, no matter what age, no matter what gender, race, color, ethnicity. So that is my platform. I thank you for listening to me and letting me express my heart, and I want to thank you again for this incredible honor. Thank you.
Dr. St. Patrick Bell, turn around. I would like to thank you for your remarks. They were inspiring, and I'm guessing that you never get any sleep with all the things you're doing. So thank you for your commitment. I'm going to have you walk over there with Pat. I'll be right there. But Pat, would you please pin Dr. St. Patrick Bell? And again, thank you for your comments. I would like to call up Sam Gorin, a former Hall of Fame honoree. Thank you, Sam. And Sam has truly been an amazing supporter of this agency for many, many years and has gone above and beyond way more than any of you probably know. So thank you, Sam, for what you've done over the years for this agency.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. It's a pleasure to be here. Nice to see a lot of friends and family and others, and to be part of this presentation this morning. Debbie Eisinger, and we're glad that you're here, and we have a very nice honor for you this morning as well, and for your other half, Dennis. Debbie Eisinger has dedicated her life to volunteering and helping people of different ages, faiths, and cultures. When her children were young, Debbie volunteered and chaired numerous school-related committees and fundraisers, and served as the PTA president. She has been an active member of the Cooper City Optimist Club and coached 14 seasons. That's 14. That's a lot of seasons of soccer. My grandchildren play soccer in Cooper City, actually. From 1994 to 2002, she volunteered on the Cooper City Parks and Recreation Advisory Board as well. By the way, she also went to the same high school as my wife, Shelley, in Philadelphia, George Washington High School, some years later than Shelley, and lived to tell about it, which is very nice. From 2003 to 2012, Debbie served as the board of directors, or member of the board of directors of the Broward League of Cities, and was the 54th president. I had the pleasure of being your lawyer during that time, of your membership. She was also appointed by the Fort Lauderdale City Commission in recent years to serve on the Parks, Beaches, and Recreation Advisory Board, and had the privilege of chairing this advisory board herself as the chair. She has also volunteered on her condominium board of directors as the treasurer and the president, which is a yeoman's job, as we all know. Thank you, Dennis. She recently formed the Hendricks Isle of Venice Neighborhood Association to address community issues, safety, parking, water quality, and also infrastructure. Debbie has held leadership positions in public office as a former Cooper City Commissioner and former Cooper City Mayor, and we welcome that during her time, and in private organizations, including her current role as the board member for the David Posnack JCC, a very noble assignment on your part. As the executive co-chairperson for the 2023 JCC Maccabi Games and Access, hosted by the David Posnack JCC, Debbie and her team will welcome over 2,000 Jewish athletes ages 12 to 16 from around the world to Broward County for athletic competitions designed for youths with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Our former son-in-law is housing several of those children in Cooper City, and they're playing hockey at the Pembroke Pines Ice Arena, just FYI. Appropriately, Debbie's favorite quote, and this is one to note, is, "The greatest reward for doing is the opportunity to do more," said by Jonas Salk, one of our famous Americans. It is our honor and my personal honor and privilege to celebrate Debbie Eisinger today and welcome Debbie as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Debbie, and to your family. This is special. This is a wonderful resume.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam, for that introduction. We go long ways back, and I do remember that Shelley and I attended George Washington High School in Philadelphia, a city of brotherly love. So anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm definitely so grateful to be here today. tremendously honored and humbled to be inducted into the Dr. Nan S. Hutchison Broward Hall of Fame. Thank you to Mayor Lamora Fisher and the selection committee for honoring me with this. I share with you that from my earliest years of life, when my parents had me join the Scouts, I did go through the Brownies, the Girl Scouts, and the Cadets. I had recognized the value of volunteering. Of course, this was instilled in me by my parents. My dad, who's with us in spirit, and my mom, Izzy Weiss, who's here with us today, has battled cancer for 8 years, and yesterday got the news that she is cancer-free for a full 1 year. My parents raised my sister, brother, and me with very strong family and moral values. They led by example as they both were active community volunteers. One of the most memorable volunteer recognitions I recall, and it's likely around 25 years ago, other than today, I will say, was when I was preparing to leave my volunteer activity at the elementary school, since my youngest son was graduating and moving on to middle school. During my children's years at the elementary school, as Sam had shared, I was a PTA president. I actually chaired a statewide award-winning publishing center, was an active classroom volunteer, and chaired numerous other activities and events. At the end of the year celebration, the principal, teachers, and fellow volunteers, two are here with me today, Sandy Gerstel and Janie Libanoff. We go way back. But with that, they gave me a T-shirt which said, "Stop me before I volunteer again." Proudly, I'm going to say that volunteering is in my DNA, and very happy about that. Along with having recognized my mom, it is very important to thank the man in my life who supported my countless hours of volunteer activity. By the way, this man, Dennis, my husband of almost 43 years, is also an incredible volunteer. He was a volunteer coach 14 years or more in basketball, baseball, and flag football while our boys were growing up. And now our son, Gregory, who is here with us today, and his amazing wife, Caitlin, is a volunteer coach in soccer and basketball. Andrew, our other son, who lives outside of Atlanta, so couldn't be here today, and he has two little sons, 2.5 and 8 months old, but I do suspect when they're old enough, he too will be spending countless hours volunteering as a sports coach or whatever his kids decide to do. I'd like to thank my David Posnack JCC family for the great honor of nominating me to this Broward Senior Hall of Fame, and a special shout out to my dear friend, Diane Thorne from the J, as I believe it was all her idea. Also here today, representing a number of other great ladies who dedicated countless hours of their time towards making a meaningful difference in the lives of others. We actually served as mayors during the same years, and we have continued our friendship by meeting monthly for lunch or dinner. You can always guess the topics of those conversations, but Lisa Aronson is here, former mayor of Coconut Creek, who we've served together. And thank you, she's representing everyone. I share with you in the words of Irma Bombeck, who is well known as an American humorist and a major champion of equal rights for women. She had said, "Volunteers are the only human beings on the face of earth who reflect this nation's compassion, unselfish caring, patience, and just plain loving one another." Congratulations to all the inductees, and let's continue our mission of making the world a better place for all of humankind. Thank you.
So Debbie, congratulations. I'm going to have Sam give you your official Senior Hall of Fame pin. And I want to thank you for all that you've done over the many years. And then as soon as you guys are finished with the pin, I'm going to join you on the side for a picture. While we're doing that, I would like to mention, in the theme of flexibility, we do have an appointed official here who I know works extremely hard. I'd like to mention him as well. He was not mentioned with the elected, and that's Brad Freeman, who's chairman of the South Broward Hospital District. And having worked at a hospital district for many years, I know you put in probably many hours a week just on that position as well, like an elected official, so thank you. I'd like to call Tim Curtin, and Brad, you're welcome to join as well. They're going to talk about Aurelia Fernandez, one of our honorees who could not be here today, but we do have him on video. He had already scheduled a trip before he received the notice of him being honored. So Tim, I'm handing it over to you. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, Tim is on our board, and he's another amazing person. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. Aurelio Fernandez recently retired from Memorial Healthcare System as the president and chief executive officer, where he led the organization since March of 2016. He previously had served as the healthcare system's executive vice president, chief operating officer, and Memorial Hospital Miramar's CEO. Aurelio volunteers on several executive boards, including Catholic Health Services, the Florida Hospital Association, the Safety Net Alliance of Florida, the Broward Workshop, and the Florida Hospital and Healthcare Association. Aurelio has been honored many times for his positive impact and contributions to the community. The Boy Scouts of South Florida celebrated his accomplishments with the Citizen of the Year Award, as well as being a recipient of the Silver Beaver Award. He won the FIU Torch Award as well, the highest honor given to an alumni who had a positive impact on their profession, the community, and the university. He was also an inductee for the Miami-Dade College Hall of Fame for his outstanding contributions to healthcare, an honor given to extraordinary alumni who are leaders in their profession. Born in Cuba, he has lived in South Florida for 60 years now and resides in Plantation, where he lives with his wife. Aurelio and Patricia have 4 sons and several grandchildren who also live in the state of Florida. It is my honor and my privilege and my pleasure to honor Aurelio today and welcome him into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame.
It is an honor to be recognized as Broward County's Senior Hall of Fame for the class of 2023. Unfortunately, I'm unable to attend tonight's event, but through this video, I'm able to thank all of you and be able to share how gratifying it has been for me not only to live in Broward County, but to give back to the community as much as we have. Working for Memorial Healthcare System and the commitment to the community was in the forefront of our mission statement. And being recognized tonight is really an indication of how much this work has meant to the community. Thank you.
So I'd like to welcome Commissioner Tim Lonergan, who's the chair of our advisory council as well. Thank you, Tim.
Good morning. Thank you, Charlotte. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here to honor our inductees today, and congratulations and thanks to our inductees. Can I have Ms. Janet Groman come up to the stage, please? Janet? A little bit about Janet. She's dedicated to the Broward Health Coral Springs as a volunteer since 1999, and she's been remarkable. Over the years, she's taken on several roles, including leading the scholarship and nominating committees, and has devoted over 5,000 hours of service to the hospital. In 2012, she took over all the auxiliaries fundraising events alongside her husband, Leon. Recognizing her hard work, Janet was named Volunteer of the Year in 2013. Janet's passion for giving back to the hospital is truly inspiring. When COVID-19 forced the facility into lockdown, Janet wasted no time. She kept in touch with vendors. Once volunteers returned, she immediately began planning fundraising events. She would call, visit, and call again to set up meetings with business owners. Because of Janet's knowledge, skills, and great personality, she was able to secure a partnership with a major department store, which has proven beneficial not only for the department store, but also for the hospital as well. Janet's unwavering commitment to the community and tireless efforts to plan and execute fundraising events has been unsurpassed. Janet embodies what it means to be a dedicated volunteer, always focused on fundraising to meet the community's needs. It is our honor to celebrate Janet Groman today and welcome Janet as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Janet.
This is an unbelievable moment for me. Imagine receiving an award for something that I love to do, volunteering. In 1987, I came to live in Florida. Several years later, I retired, spending days at the beach, shopping in all the malls, and frequent visits to see Mickey Mouse. It was time for a change. My dear friends suggested I volunteer at Coral Springs Medical Center, now called Broward Health Coral Springs. After 23 years of volunteering, I should be giving Broward Health an award for allowing me to assist them in giving quality care to their patients and supporting our community. Thank you for this honor, and may God give me good health so that I may continue to do what I love best, volunteering.
Thank you, Janet. See everyone standing up for you. And if it's okay, we'd like to have you take a picture, and your CEO of the hospital, Calvin Glidewell, has asked to put the pin on you and be part of it. And while we're taking the picture, I'd like to call up Senator Nan Rich, who is also the vice mayor, as we mentioned, of Broward County, and a member of our board member, and just does an amazing job. So, Nan, thank you for everything. Senator Rich, here you go.
Thank you so much, Charlotte. I tell you, I have to have another round of applause for Charlotte, because she is just an amazing CEO. Amazing. You know, she brought all of her legislative skills, her advocacy skills with her to this job, and she's just so highly respected, and I'm so proud of her and the way the county commission has supported your efforts, particularly during COVID. Yeah. Well, congratulations to all the honorees. It's especially meaningful to me today to have the privilege of inducting Renee Herman into the Broward County Hall of Fame. Renee, would you come up here, please? It's been my pleasure to know Renee and actually to work with her for almost 30 years. Renee has helped reduce hunger's horrible effects on children and families in Broward County. In 1992, she founded Harvest Drive, an organization, yes, you can applaud, an organization that addresses food insecurity in Broward while instilling a spirit of giving in school children. The organization's slogan has been and is Children Helping Children. The small program that you founded, Renee, at the Country Isles Elementary School in Weston, where my daughter, Lori, was an active volunteer, to say the least. My grandchildren attended that school, and where I volunteered for your program. Each November, more than 190 Broward County Public Schools, many private schools, civic organizations, and business partners join to provide a week's worth of groceries, a turkey, a gift card, and more to complete a Thanksgiving meal for now over 2,500 families in Broward County. Through this initiative, both participants and recipients share in the tremendous benefit of Harvest Drive. Children developing a concern for those in need, and families receiving much needed food. It is incredible to think how many children have learned and understand the spirit of giving, of children helping children, by reducing food insecurity and bringing people from all walks of life together for a common cause. You have made our community a kinder, more caring place to live. And now, you have recently opened Harvest Drive Boutique, and I want to call your attention to this flyer that's in your programs and on the tables, because now it won't only be about food. Families need so many other things, and this boutique will continue assisting families in need. This program has truly become a year-round program. It is my great honor to celebrate and to thank you and welcome you as an inductee into the 2023 Broward County Hall of Fame.
Good morning, everybody. I am so humbled and grateful for this magnificent Hall of Fame award from the Agency of Aging of Broward County. I want to thank my dear, wonderful advocate for 30 years, Nan Rich, for always being there for me and took me to roads that I never thought that I would travel. I want to thank Kamal Amandam for nominating me today, and Toby Fior for always being there. I have such great memories of sitting out at Country Isles Elementary in Weston and always knew that they had my back. The work that our Harvest Drive team does each and every day, because it does take a team, it's not me, it's everybody sitting at that table, really matters. When I thought about doing this 30 years ago, everyone asks me every day, what was your vision? I didn't have a vision. I thought that children at a young age should learn to give back and share kindness. I didn't know what I was going to do. I went to the school and I said, I want to give away food. I know people need help. They told me nobody needed help, so I moved my way through it. And our first year, in 1992, we assisted about, 20 families with food. But the greatest memory from collecting the food was teaching the children that just a little bit goes a long way. So I got the privilege of going with the chaperone and a teacher to Publix, and we bought this food together. And I saw kids in this cafeteria packing groceries. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing? Like, why is this happening? But I'm enjoying every minute of this. And the families came, and they picked up the food. And every year it seemed to grow a little bit. So I went to everybody I know, and I said, I need help. I want to take this through, Weston and see what happens. And a few years went by, and then I had every school in Weston, and I had all these kids doing this. And I'm like, wow, this is something that I never dreamed of, but it was the kids. It was the kids giving back. And now we go down to 30 years, and I have the students in our program, and each one of those girls sitting at that table know for me. We have doctors, we have lawyers. Everybody, these kids have gone through their program, and now their kids are going through the program. Like my two sons, now their children are involved. Why? Because it matters, and sharing kindness matters. And I get to look at these kids that say to us, you and your Harvest Drive team made us who we are today. We went through college. We always come back to where we started because we knew how important it was to give back. I just want to tell you that I'm humbled by this, and for everybody that's taken me to where I needed to, I have a friend here that will tell me that her name is Amy, and she knows that I push. I'm very persistent because I know that there are so many families in our county that just don't need food. Our families need boutique items and clothing. That where they're moving, they need houseware items. There's so many people that are in need that just, their kids are suffering. So if you could help us reach our mission to keep assisting our students and their families in Broward County, we would appreciate it. Again, I thank you for being there for me. Thank my son Jonathan for being here, and my mom, who's going to be 86 years old next week. As our team calls her Mama Sandy, she doesn't miss too many events, and she helps us. And I'm just so lucky to have all these people in my life supporting what I do. And we are Team Harvest. We will continue our mission and keep growing. We currently assist about 10,000 people and 2,400 families just at Thanksgiving, and we work throughout the year assisting our families with food and clothing and everything else they need so they can live their life. So again, I thank you so much for everything. This is something that I'll never forget. I'm truly humbled, and I will continue to share kindness with all of your help, and I thank you again.
If you don't mind, we'll step aside to take a picture, but I do want to say I've been aware of your work, and you're saving lives every day with what you're doing, so thank you. And kindness does matter, and that's so important what you said, so thank you. Now, we're going to, again, our theme is flexibility. We're a little over, so I appreciate all of you with your flexibility. I would like to call up Dr. Nashira Pendia. And she is going to introduce our next honoree. And also, John Carrado, would you come up as well? Thank you.
Thanks so much, Charlotte. I've lived and worked in Broward County for 20 years, and I'm always amazed at the amount of work, the volunteerism, the caring that happens in this community, and I still wish I could do more. It's my honor to present our Hall of Fame honoree, Marlene Marag Williams. She's a retired executive from Xerox Corporation who made history as the first black woman to be named Vice President of Graphic Arts for United States and Canada. She joined the company in 1973, moved up the ranks from District Manager of Sales, South Florida, to multiple VP positions. She's held worldwide responsibilities in the positions of VP Light Production Business Unit and VP Production Business Unit. In addition to being a trailblazing businesswoman, Marlene has served on the board of directors of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Broward County since 2017 and currently serves as the board vice chair. She's played an important role in this organization's strategic growth plan and board development. In addition to actively serving on Big Brothers Big Sisters of Broward County Board of Directors, she's been involved in many community service roles, including Black Women Leadership Council USA President, Susan Corman Race for the Cure President, Warmers Alumni Association of South Florida President, a Special Olympics South Florida board member. I'm running out of breath here. James E. Scott, Community Association board member, YWCA of Rochester board member, and the Carrie Meek Foundation, Inc. board member. You see why I say I'm running out of breath? As a worldwide traveler, Marlene looks at life from a global perspective and lives out her motto, Improve the lives of women, and you will change the lives of children, the future, and indeed the world. Her dedication to her community is highlighted by her ebullient, positive spirit. It's our honor to celebrate Marlene Marag Williams today and welcome her as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before I get started, I just want to tell Edith that she is my hero. I am Marlene Marag Williams, and I'm a retired vice president of the Xerox Corporation. I want to thank Mayor Fisher and the selection committee. It was quite a surprise when Charlotte called me, but a great surprise. I am honored and humbled to be recognized by this great organization, the Area Agency on Aging for Broward County. I want to thank my big brothers, big sisters family, and a special thanks to our director, Milena Mendez, Cindy Schultz, and Roz Perlmutter for their friendship and support. My passion has always been to improve the lives of women. I believe when we improve the lives of women, we impact generations to come, our community, and indeed the world. It is imperative that we address critical needs of women in healthcare, education, career advancement, and preserve women's rights. I want to just give you a snippet of some of the things that I've been involved with to impact those critical areas. I lived in South Florida during Hurricane Andrew. And I was the district manager for Xerox in South Florida at the time. And it was bad enough dealing with Hurricane Andrew, and one of my employees, Helen Duncan, met with me and said she wanted to have lunch and told me she was diagnosed with breast cancer. I had no idea what that was. However, at the time, I was president of the YWCA of South Florida. So I led the effort to bring the Race for the Cure to South Florida to address the issue of breast cancer. The last race I attended in Miami was in 2011. At that time, I was living in Rochester, New York. At that time, we had 30,000 participants in the race in Miami. Race for the Cure has had a significant impact on the fight against breast cancer, not only in our own community, but worldwide. And I was very proud that the YWCA, as an organization that has always been on the forefront of women's issues, that I could bring the race to Miami as their president. Career advancement I hold dearly, and I worked for a company, Xerox Corporation, my only job for 45 years, that encouraged diversity and support of women. Myself and 13 other women 20 years ago founded the Black Women's Leadership Council for Corporate America. Our mission was to ensure that all areas in Xerox was open to promoting women and a significant focus on Black women. Today, that organization still exists, and I will be attending their national conference in New Orleans in a couple of weeks. Dr. Padilla mentioned that I've worked worldwide for Xerox, and one of the things that was very fitting as I led an organization to develop products was to ensure that girls were exposed to STEM. So 18 years ago, I led a project to establish a STEM program in a girl high school in Ghana, West Africa. Last year on a trip to Ghana, I met with the original 10 girls in that program, and I was so pleased to hear that today, 18 years later, 300 girls have benefited from this program since its inception. Children are also dear to my heart. And when I ran Xerox's operation in Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, one of my administrative assistants told me that there was children in a school in Puerto Rico that was part of the food program during the week, but when they went home on weekends, they were food insecure. My team, with the support of Xerox, started a backpack food pantry. On Fridays, the students picked up their backpack of food for the weekend and returned the backpacks on Monday. And therefore, we sold, and that pantry, I just spoke to one of my former employees in Puerto Rico, still exists today. When I decided to retire and return to South Florida, one of my dear friends and a former Zeroid, as we're known, John Corrado, introduced me to Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Broward. I was invited to join the board. Their mission spoke to my passion, and I gladly accepted. Today, I serve as the chair, co-chair, vice chair of the board. My ask for anyone in this room that has the passion for volunteering, Big Brothers, this is an announcement. Big Brothers, Big Sisters is always looking for big sisters and big brothers. I am often asked, why do I volunteer? Honestly, I think it's a small price to pay for the space we occupy on this earth. I've also been asked, what do you get from being a volunteer? I get more than I think I give to the people I volunteer with. The greatest reward I get is to have a woman or a child say to me, when you mentored me, you told me I could and I believed you. Or, because of you, I did not give up. I want to thank my two kids, Lieutenant Colonel Yannick Williams, and my daughter, Tanya Ellick, an attorney in Washington, D.C., and my son-in-law, Peter Ellick, who is also an attorney in D.C., and my beloved one and only grandson, Augustus Ellick. What I would ask you today, and it's something I live by, is what's called the principles of Sankofa. Taking what we learned from the past into the present to impact the future. Thanks for being here, and thank you again so much for this honor. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marlene. And again, we appreciate all the amazing things that you do. I just want to mention that Marlene asked for John Corrado, our former honoree, and her fellow board member to give her the pins, which I'm going to walk over so you guys can do that, and I'll be right there with you. Thank you. I'd like to welcome up Bill Edelstein, one of our board members. Thank you, Bill, for being here, and you can introduce our next honoree. Thank you.
Good morning. I'd like to ask Diane Lade to join me here, please. Let me tell you a little bit about Diane. She joined the South Florida Sun-Sentinel in 1979 as a staff writer in the lifestyle department. She has covered consumer and aging issues since the mid-'80s. A proud University of Missouri-Columbia Tiger, she's a Pulitzer nominee and has won several national awards. Her 2014 series, In Sickness and in Health, A Couple's Final Journey, was nominated for a Pulitzer Prize. Her stories documented the unique issues gay and lesbian couples have with end-of-life issues. And in 2015, her series, The Hidden Hungry, documented how some seniors expected to live the good life in retirement struggled to put food on the table. Once Diane wore oversized sunglasses and rubber gloves to understand how limited eyesight and even routine chores become more difficult as we age. In addition, she spent time at Century Village, Deerfield Beach as an embedded journalist, and This gave the readers a glimpse into the community with empathy and details that most had never considered. For decades, Diane was the leading source in South Florida for senior news and issues, reporting with compassion and commitment to seniors in her community. As a former nursing home administrator, I often served as a source of information for Diane. She was the most ethical, trustworthy, and fair reporter that I had the pleasure of working with. It is our honor to celebrate Diane Lade today and welcome Diane as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
I still feel kind of overwhelmed by all this. It's a great honor. I want to thank the Area Agency on Aging, the selection committee, of course my wonderful former source, but Mr. Edelstein and I did a lot of work together, and it's so nice to be here with you again. And I have to give a quick shout out to my husband, David Schwartz, who is here today. It's not easy being married to a working journalist, and I thank you for your love and support. As I said, I'm still kind of trying to get my head around even being here today and having this honor. As I tell people now, for many, many decades, I wrote about aging, and now I'm living it. And that seems kind of odd sometimes. And it's especially interesting for me to be here because writing about the Senior Hall of Fame was one of the very first ongoing assignments I was given when I started at the Sun-Sentinel in 1978. And looking over at the plaque today, I was able to look there and see the exact first time I wrote about it because I recognized the names. 1980, which was, it was the third Hall of Fame, which was started in 1978. So when I came here, I'd been hired, like a lot of young reporters back then, to cover a city. My city was Margate, where there was, yay, Margate, where there was a senior center, the Northwest Focal Point Senior Center. I'd never even been inside a senior center before, but I quickly figured out it was a pretty handy place to go to get great stories. In part because people actually wanted to talk to you, unlike over at City Hall. So I kind of started hanging out at the Senior Center some, and Edith Letterberg's office was in that center. She was doing public relations then for the area agency. And it was Edith and the Northwest Focal Point's director then, Florence Goldman. They were really, truly my mentors and shaped my career. They convinced me to convince the Sun-Sentinel that what we needed was to create a new beat, aging issues, and that I should cover it full time. There were so many people, others that I see here today in this room, who coached me and taught me and inspired me in the almost 30 years I covered that beat. I mean, I knew really nothing about this particular, about geriatrics. I never even had a sociology class in college, and people were so sharing, and I learned so much from all of you. Thank you. Like I said, I see some of you here today. And I was the Sun-Sentinel's aging reporter, as I said, for almost 30 years, and that whole title seems kind of scary, aging reporter, who now indeed is aging. But it was a wonderful, wonderful job. The Sun-Sentinel was one of the first regional newspapers in the country to have an age beat. And when I would go to journalism conferences and tell the other reporters what I covered, many of them would say, wow, what did you do to get stuck with that job? And I would say, no, actually, I asked for this job. I created this job. And it is the best job in the world. And I felt that way right until the minute I ended up my last day at work in the newsroom about 5 years ago. And I just want to say, and I'm going to go off script here, the best thing about my job was getting to tell, the privilege of telling people's stories. We are our stories. That is true with all of us, and very much so with elders. And it always really bothered me, and still bothers me to this day, because I still see it, that in the media, there's two kinds of stories. There's either the amazing geezer story, oh, look, he's like 80 and he, ran a half marathon. Or there's the frail and friendless story. So-and-so is, a terrible problem, there's no money. Now, of course, we know that both of those things are true, but the vast majority of what's going on is everything in the middle. And especially here in South Florida, our elder community is so incredibly diverse. I think sometimes they're viewed as a whole, as a homogenous group, which is totally not true, of course, as we all know. And they come from many different ethnic groups, huge variety of education levels, of economic levels, of experiences. And I think that is largely not seen within our society as a whole. But I know all of you see it. And I just want to tell you that I'm grateful to you, and I thank you for that, not just as a former aging issues reporter and now an aging reporter, but as a member of our community here in Broward County. We need you all, and I thank you for this honor.
Thank you for everything. Bill, I'm going to give you this pin. Okay. Last but not least, I totally appreciate all of you staying over time. I know we've gone over and some of the speeches were a little longer, but I do have to say every honoree is inspirational and they were just amazing to listen to. So now I'd like to introduce Ken Rubin, one of our amazing board members and a former Hall of Fame honoree as well. There you go.
Could Dr. Diana K. Weiland please come up? Dr. Diana K. Weiland is a licensed psychologist and school psychologist who has dedicated over 30 years to giving back to the community. She has been a leader, philanthropist, and volunteer for many local organizations, including the David Posnack Jewish Community Center. Her commitment to the Posnack Community Center has been unwavering as she has taken on numerous leadership roles, including board chair from 2018 to 2020. Dr. Weiland played a significant role in creating and developing the Dorothy and Ben Spencer Special Services Camp, known as the Posnack Foundation Camp Gibborim. This camp serves more than 140 children with developmental disabilities each summer. Under her direction, the Gibborim program received an outstanding program recognition from the JCC Association of North America. In addition to her work with the DPJCC, Dr. Weiland has made significant contributions to the community through her involvement with Friends of T.Y. Park, a 501c3 organization she established in 2017 with her husband, Barry Weiland, and former state senator, Eleanor Sobel. She has spearheaded numerous community outreach programs, including the J-CARES program, which supports various Broward community initiatives. In addition to her community work, Dr. Weiland has had a successful career as a school psychologist for Broward County Public Services. Her expertise in school psychology and experience with alternate and at-risk and special needs student populations have earned her the Outstanding Practice of School Psychology Award from the Florida Association of School Psychologists and the Phil Seed Award from the Broward Association of School Psychologists. Dr. Weiland has authored or co-authored over 28 publications and has served as a consultant for school districts. Wow. Universities and state and federal education entities. She was an adjunct professor at several universities, including St. Thomas University, Florida International University, and Nova Southeast University. It is our honor and my honor to celebrate Dr. Diana K. Weiland today and welcome Dr. Weiland as an inductee into the 2023 Broward Senior Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning. In 1955, the local newspaper in Memphis, Tennessee, published an article on giving that began with the sentence, "And a little child shall lead them." The article went on to say, that's the way it was yesterday in Goodfellow giving. There was gratitude and thanksgiving between the lines in the brief note which Diane Krieger sent along with her $2. "These $2 are for the Smiths," she wrote. "I am 6 years old and in the first grade at Idlewild School. Diane's donation will help relieve the plight at Christmas time of the Smith family of 8 children whose hardships were revealed in a story in Monday's newspaper. As you might have guessed, that little child was me. My gift was inspired by my mother, a blessed memory, who in 1955 suggested that I donate money from my piggy bank to help people in need. As I stand before you today, 68 years later, I'm thinking of my mother, who was honored at an event like this by the Women's Foundation for a Greater Memphis for her selfless volunteerism and community service. Mother's father, my grandfather, taught her that you should not go to bed at night until you have done at least 3 good turns during the day. Devotion to helping those in need in every imaginable way permeated our life and our families. The legacy of giving is thus multi-generational in my family. It runs deep like roots from a tree that stabilized and nurtured the tree and enabled it to provide shade in both good times and challenging ones. And so my volunteerism, leadership, service to many causes and professional and community organizations, such as the David Posnack Jewish Community Center, the Jewish Federation of Broward County, and the Friends of T.Y. Park, are part of a lifelong dedication to making the community and world a better place. Such volunteerism has both shaped and enriched my own life. By giving back, we can inspire others to come along with us. We can learn and grow. We can make a positive impact and enrich lives and be happier, healthier people for it. My upbringing also influenced my chosen career path as a helping professional, and I proudly served the Broward County Public Schools as a school psychologist for 36 years. I'm honored and humbled by being inducted into the Broward Senior Hall of Fame, and I thank you for the kind words and the nomination by Diane Thorne and the David Posnack JCC. And I congratulate all the other inductees on their incredible accomplishments. I'm also grateful to my husband, Barry, and my family and friends for their love, guidance, and support throughout the years. I wouldn't be here without you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Weiland. Please, let's give Dr. Weiland another round of applause and all of our honorees today. I'm going to have Ken put this on you. I'll be right there for a picture. So we're going to go take a picture, but I want to thank all of you who have stayed here to the end. This is clearly an amazing group of honorees, and they're inspirational and selfless and all wonderful things that I could say about them. They're just totally awesome. So thank you for being here to recognize them, and have a great day.